I came from agriculture, you see, and then building a website, I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. So I just wanted to sit down and build websites. I said, I don't want to go out hunting and selling people. Who already has these people? So I went to all the digital agencies in Melbourne. So I'm in Melbourne, Australia. And I said, hey, you've got clients. I want those clients. I can do the work that you're doing better, faster, cheaper, and quicker than you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. Hey, I have Johann here, my good friend from Australia. Johann, thanks for joining the call, my friend.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
So we were just jamming about some things. I figured we better stop and hit record because we were starting to get into, well, some cool stuff and some stuff we probably won't talk about on a live recording. But I wanted to give your bio, but it's so lengthy and in detail, I'm going to mess something up. So let me have you take over the wheel here for just a second and explain to the good folks who you are. And then we'll get into some poignant line of questioning that I have for you.
I'll give you a quick little bio. One, used to be an agricultural scientist, secondary biofuels and climate change, got into affiliate marketing, got into CPA marketing, built an agency, 100 employees in that white label agency, built a SaaS company. SaaS company went to 20 million in 4 years, built a business education company off the back of that because I loved seeing businesses thrive, bought another digital agency, and yeah, here we are. I love business. I believe that business changes the world. Anyone who's in business, once you have your business foundation set up and your business starts working, you start employing people. The more people you employ, the better the world gets. When you pay those people more than the award, let's say, those people go back home happy. Their families happy. Those kids that grow up in those families are amazing. They're innovative. They turn into leaders. And they change the world. So that's a little bit of philosophy around my belief system. I love business. Business is in my blood. That's what I talk about. That's what I love. And every day, all I want to do is just talk about how we can help people grow and change the world.
Yeah, and you're on it. That's a very humble bio from the one I actually know. So as we discuss here about high voltage business builders, you are obviously at a higher level in terms of business and thinking, and obviously your mindset of abundance. I've experienced myself in the year or 2 or 3 or how long have we known?
I think we're going on 5 years, bro.
Is it 5 years? God, I'm getting older. I'm losing my memory. So for the last 5 years, but yeah, you're a guy of abundance and abundance thinking, and I know you've made some big moves in your business this year. Share with us a little bit about some of those big moves and maybe something you're thinking about next steps as we head towards the next year.
Yeah, for sure. So about 2 years ago, I decided to exit a business that I was in. I built this business since 2012. It got to a stage where everything was so systemized, I was no longer needed in the business. And I said, hey, I want to plan my exit. So 2 years ago, I gave my business partners notice. I said, hey, look, let's plan for my exit in 2 years. It took 2 years to get it all, set up. So did that exit this year, which was in October. It was the best thing. I just turned 40, did the exit. I'm like, woohoo. I could go into the exit and how we did all that stuff and how we built that.
As far as you want to go, my friend.
But after that, I decided, hey, I want to do something more fun. I pulled together 7 companies, turned them into one company, and now we're launching it. We're launching it into ecosystems that already exist. And basically what it does is it does lead generation on demand. If I said, hey, Neil, I'm going to get you 49-cent ideal targeted leads for you, what would you say? Hell yeah. Bring me 1,000 of those guys.
No, I'd say, are they qualified? That's what I would say first.
Qualified leads, right?
Qualified leads, now you're sold. Gotcha. 49% qualified leads.
That's the key. Full nurture system, content creation system, omnipresence, anything and everything that a business needs all into one. That's why there were 7 companies we pulled together into this one. I'll share with you later on around, what that is and how that's going to work. But tell me, where can I start? What can we dig into that I can give you some real gold nuggets around?
Well, I know you obviously, congrats on the exit, which was a big move on your part, which is obviously taking these 7 now as your next big move up. Give us some more insights into what is going to differentiate you, what are you doing and your mindset that you see leveling up to that next step in this coming year?
We'll go back 10 years. So when I was launching the digital agency, the first thing that I did was I went, hang on a second. I don't want to go out hunting for my clients all day, every day. I was passionate about doing web design. And I came from agriculture, you see. And then building a website, I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. So I just wanted to sit down and build websites. I said, I don't want to go out hunting and selling people. Who already has these people? So I went to all the digital agencies in Melbourne. So I'm in Melbourne, Australia. And I said, hey, you've got clients. I want those clients. I can do the work that you're doing better, faster, cheaper, and quicker than you. So let me do the work for you. I'll put your name on it, and we'll get that set up. The first one's free. And so they gave us the first one, and then they saw our process. They're like, damn, yeah, let's go. So I had 36 agencies sending me leads, sending me close clients every day, and we'd white label. So that built our company up to a staff of 100. Now, staff of 100 sounds like a lot, but it's just 10 teams of 10, which graphic designers, web developers, ad guys, etc. So I learned the power of leveraging systems very early. And so from that, it's, okay, cool. With this new company, who's got my clients? Every CRM that exists needs my new software. How can we plug into them? What do they want? Well, CRMs, they fail. They have a stick rate of around 3 months, and then there's a lot of churn. How can I fix that? Hey, what if every person who signed up into your CRM, we clicked a few buttons and they had their ideal leads coming into their pipeline? What's the stickiness of your business now? They're like, hell yeah. I'm like, cool. I've built this. All you do is plug it in. It's integrated. Click a few buttons. Boom. It plugged in. Now your clients are getting a much better experience, and they're going to be using your tool a lot more. Therefore, stickiness, valuations, etc. go higher. So that's that company. As you know, I wear a couple of different hats, a couple of different companies. One of my other companies, what we're doing is the baby boomers. You know, they've built these amazing companies over the last 30, 40, 50 years. But those companies are not sellable because they don't have any systems in there. They are the business. So what we're doing is we're approaching them and saying, hey, look, we know you want to retire. Your asset that you built is not an asset because you are the asset. If we take you out of the equation, your company is actually not worth much, generally speaking. Right? So we're going to go in, we're going to fix up your company, we're going to rebrand it if need to be, make it 2022, optimize it, put in all the systems, put in all the marketing, put in all the infrastructure, all the foundation work, and turn it into an asset that's actually generating you cash that you can own for the next 5, 10, whatever years, and we'll buy you out over that time. So that's one of the other companies. One of the other companies that I have is we're doing distribution deals. So being a distributor is awesome. So we were talking about this when it wasn't recording.
Yep.
We've been working on this for about 3 months now. So we've done a distribution deal with a company in Canada who's going to be supplying us here in Australia, and it's a medicinal product. We did a joint venture deal. I love joint ventures with some pharmacies. So there's 1,500 pharmacies that are now going to distribute this product from Canada. Those guys are like, oh my God, 1,500 pharmacies. You've just opened up a whole new market to us. I said, yes, we want exclusivity. They gave that to us. Now we're distributing that. And now other brands come to us going, you've got that distribution channel. How else can we plug our products into that? So it's a little bit of a snapshot of a couple of the companies.
Oh, it's very good. It's good. It shows your mindset. And obviously, I mean, you're a quick wit on what you do, because you obviously speak very eloquently about how you do it. And I'm sure that some of the people around here are like, okay, I got that, but I don't know what the hell he's talking about over here.
Ask me any questions. I'm an open book.
Well, I mean, you're a systems and process guy very, very clearly. And I think that the key component here was, I mean, you didn't reinvent the wheel. You went down to someone who had business. You asked for their client base, basically. And then you put in a performance guarantee. And that's, I mean, it wasn't rocket science. You just knew you had to perform, and you knew your system and processes were good, right?
Correct.
That's, I think, where some people fail to get confidence. And what I heard from you was obviously there was a confidence we could deliver this. So here's your first free gift. And then obviously you send us more. That's very smart. And hopefully people picked up on that opportunity, because a lot of people will say, hey, I can't find business. I don't know really who my avatar is. I don't know where to go find these people. And more often than not, as we have discussed, and the way we do e-commerce is that you don't have to invent something. Right? We have to innovate. The whole concept is totally unique and original, because there's not a lot of original thinking, I think, going on so much right now anymore. Not even the metaverse is unique. But the concepts are there. And I think hopefully people can glean some of that from them if they're looking for or trying to figure out how to get the leads right now. Most likely they're already setting in somebody else's system. And how can you get in front of them and work a very smart joint venture?
Speaking of joint ventures, I'm just going to quickly share another story with you. Now, we've been in Melbourne, Australia. We've been in lockdown for 300-something days, right? Pandemic. So one of our friends, they run a sporting association. They've got a database of 500,000 paying members who pay them every year, but they haven't been able to get on the sports fields. And so he's like, I need a reason to get my people to renew their membership because this is my livelihood, right? I'm like, oh, that's easy. What you have is a targeted database of sportsmen. Who else needs your database? He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, you see this clothing company over here. People are now, because we have 1 or 2 hours of freedom where you can go and work out, there's people everywhere running around, working out and getting fit and everything, which is great in a certain way. I said, why don't we partner up with this retail chain who people can't go into their stores? He goes, what do you mean? I said, let's get in there. Let's do a joint venture with them. We go to Mr. Retail Store and go, hey, how would you like access to a database of 500,000 sportsmen? What we want you to do is when somebody's birthday comes up, to give them a $20 voucher to come online and shop with you. He's like, yeah, that's easy. Because my cost of acquisition is around $80. Now he's acquiring clients for $20. So he puts this in place. What happens is we also get a clip of $10 per person who signs up, right?
Yep.
You can see how quickly this thing starts to grow because now we've connected the two. The emails are going out saying, hey, Neil, congratulations, it's your birthday. Here's a $20 gift voucher towards your next runners, sneakers.
Yeah, very smart. You know what he needs? He needs some sports memorabilia football to sell his people with the Let's Go Brandon on the side of it. You might want to find somebody who does that and sets up a JV deal to help him supply those. I'm just saying.
Do you know that the Let's Go Brandon thing is even a thing over here? Even though we don't have Brandon, Brandon is not here.
Everybody knows who Brandon is. Yes, absolutely. And there's a demand for those kinds of things worldwide, apparently. Talk about trends. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, again, innovation and unique ideas. And that's what's really cool about what you do. Tell me some more about this 7 you're bringing together, this ideal. Is it another, exit in a couple of years? Like what's your envisionment for that next step?
That one way, the vision of that is to build it to 100 million. And probably, if not end of next year, if everything, let's say plans go halfway according to what we want, we'll get to about 10 million next year, maybe a year and a half. But the aim is to get it to 100 million. So it's through joint ventures is how we're going to do that. We've already identified exactly who has our ideal clients. Which is all the CRM. So anybody who's a CRM, we're plugging directly into their ecosystem. We're adding massive value to those guys. And then there's a law of reciprocity there. They then need us because we make their product really, really sticky. And then the clients they start relying on us because now they don't need to spend money on advertising anymore. They can, with the click of a button, generate high quality leads, which are qualified, which is AI. We're not going to talk, we talk a little bit about AI. AI qualified, these things, interview them and take them through a process. And you'd think you're talking to a human, where it's like, hey Neil, how you going? I haven't talked to you. I'll give you an example, right? I'll talk you through the example and then this company will come into play. A company contacts us from Canada and they go, we've heard about your software. We want to use it. How can we do this? I said, cool. Tell me about your business. They're like, well, we're running this summit and it's going to be called, it's the Philanthropic Summit. It's the biggest summit and we just want high-powered CEOs there. I'm like, dude, that's so easy. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, let me show you. Anyway, pull up our little software, press a few buttons. I go, are these all the types of clients you want? They go, hell yeah. Click the button, the robot starts talking to them. So you'd get a message, a text message, not an email, saying, hey, Neil, we've looked at your profile online. We think you're really freaking awesome. We think you belong with our community. Would you like to know a little bit about us? Curiosity, your ego, all that kind of stuff. You're like, yeah, let me check these guys out. Click, yes, I would. All right, here's our website. This is what we're doing. We're a philanthropic community. This is what we're going to be running. We're running this big event. There's going to be 6,000 people there. Would you like me to reserve you a ticket for free? It's on us. We want you to see what we're all about. At this point in time, you're probably a yes or no. If you say no, that's cool. We're disqualified you. If you say yes, you're in. You get your ticket registered, etc. But then the next day, you get another text message saying, hey, Neil, by the way, and this is actually the truth, they have, what's her name? I think it's Marie Buffett, Warren Buffett's wife. She's the keynote speaker. They go, now this one is not the truth. Michael Jordan to speak. Anyway, they've got a list of A-list, people who other people want to see. Elon Musk, blah, 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 blah. Those are not real. I'm just giving you an example. And so by the time you look at this, you're like, wow, there's going to be some amazing people here. And it goes, hey, Neil, we're going to have a VIP event with just 200 people there. Would you like to come along? It's VIP. It's $2,000 a pop. Would you like to come? Yes, I would. $2,000 or whatever their price is. Booked. But there's no human interaction. It's all predetermined. The AI is qualifying them. There's language pattern recognitions, blah, 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 blah. But now all these guys did was say, we just want the A-list CEOs who have a net worth of this much. We want those guys to get qualified. They go through the process. They get nurtured. They get delivered all their tickets, and then they just show up while these guys can focus on building their summit. So that's just one out of the 7 pieces of the software.
Very cool. So does it work for any particular type of niche? I mean, you mentioned events. I mean, is it, if I'm in e-com, if I'm in software sales, if I'm in coaching, if I'm trying to find more real estate clients, or I'm looking for more, deals in the real estate market, is there any area that this wouldn't work?
It works for all of them. We've tried them all out so far. We've got everything built out. So when you're ready, I'll take you for a little walkthrough and I'll show you those.
Oh, dude, I want to see that. Absolutely.
We're generating leads, like mortgage broker leads, refinance leads, for $1.75.
Wow. And so if anybody's paying attention to that and you are interested in lead gen for your business, how are they going to get a hold of you, Johann? Are they going to click your Autobot or?
No, they're going to come through you. They're going to contact Neil, and then Neil will make an introduction to me.
There you go. Contact me at the link below. Just go to voltagedm.com. First, you have to send me a lot of cash, though, and then I'll send you to Johann. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's a good guy. Yeah, if you're really serious about it, getting connected, obviously you can just reach us at the podcast, and we'll put you in touch with Johann to learn about how. If you're into leads and you're into marketing and you need more of those things, this is your guy. Super smart at what he does. I've always enjoyed speaking with him, guys. Johann, what else would you like to leave as some bit of wisdom here as we kind of wrap things up for folks?
Sure. I want to share with you the $1 million joint venture. Now, the reason for this is because it allows you to think a little bit outside the box. And for anyone who's listening who doesn't have a business, who wants to start one, this is an easy way to start one. The players in this are a deal maker, which would be you, like the person listening. The deal maker goes to a gym. Like, you guys have gyms over there. Goes to a gym and says, hey, I've looked at your marketing. Kind of sucks. I want to do your marketing for you. I don't want you to pay me. I want you to just pay this invoice for these pamphlets I'm going to do. Here's the invoice. There's 10,000 of these. $10,000. It's going to give me 20,000 pamphlets. Cool. Good marketing. You guys say, I'm going to distribute these pamphlets. I'm going to get you leads. And for every one of these leads that come through, I want a 10% commission on their membership ongoing for the next 5 years. Good deal? No out of pocket. $10,000. That's all you're going to be out of pocket. Sure, man. Our budget's $50,000, whatever. Here's 10,000. We'll pay the invoice. Anyway, the gym pays the invoice. This guy, the deal maker, gets 20,000 leaflets. Takes these leaflets to player number 3. Player number 3 is the retail clothing stores of gyms. So anybody who sells gym merchandise goes to them and says, hey, what's your average client value? How much does a client spend in your store? About $150. Okay, if anybody spends more than $150, they have to spend $200. I want you to give them this voucher to the local gym, which is worth $100. So 6 months worth of gym membership, $100. Cheap gym. And now you've increased it by $50. So from $150, you've gone to $200. But this voucher is going to cost you $2. In 2 weeks, this guy sells out all of his 20,000 leaflets. He didn't give them away. He sold them at a value of $2 each. Immediately, he's now made $30,000 in profit, right?
Yep.
Now, the clothing store is really excited because all these people are coming in and they're getting upsold from $150 to $200. Those people are telling other people, come to the gym with me, let's go. There's scripts involved here on training them how to sell this. Now, people are going to the gym. When they come into the gym with this pamphlet, they're treated like VIPs. Oh my God, you got one of those vouchers. This is amazing. Come on in. Let me show you. You know what? We're going to give you a couple of personal training sessions for free, blah, blah, blah. This is all pre-negotiated. So what happens to those clients? They get nurtured. They're getting shown. They feel like they're home, right? Out of those 20,000 leaflets that went out, 4,000 of those 6 months later were closed and became members on $200 a year. What's 400 times two, $200. 4,000 times $2,000. $200. Sorry, my bad. It works out to be that Jim made about $796,000 from that promotion.
Wow.
This guy made 10% of that every year ongoing for the next 5 years. That's one promotion. How many other promotions could he do? So that's $1 million joint venture right there.
Wow. That is a good offer and a great segment at the end. Hopefully you guys are watching this. If you are, go back and replay that. Get out your pen and paper and write down everything he said, because literally that's a $100 million offer if you do the numbers on that, folks. That was a great nugget. Thank you for sharing that, Johann.
Pleasure, man.
And thank you for coming on, guys. I will talk to you again later. Thanks for joining me.